Karaoke, Christmas song. Well, it's a song about Jesus since he wasn't born on this day, he was born on 9/11, but we can still sing about him. Said the night wind to the little lamb, do you see what I see? Wake up the sky, little lamb. Do you see what I see? A star dancing in the night, the tail as big as a kite, with the tail as big as a kite. The little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear ringing through the sky, shepherd boy? A song high above the trees, with a voice as big as the sea, with a voice as big as the sea. Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, do you know what I know? With your place for mighty king, do you know what I know? The child, she's in the courts, whispering him silver and gold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Said the king to the people everywhere, listen to what I say. Pray for peace, people everywhere, listen to what I say. The child, sleeping in the night, we will bring him goodness and light. We will bring him goodness and light. So I was watching the New York, a guy that walks around in New York City and people in freezing cold weather, and in the streets, past all the decorations, and even on a in-air tramway, and it was all the people all bundled up. Got another one. Oh, holy night. And I'll sing this one too. Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of thy dear Savior's birth. Long thinking about my sister playing the piano. I'm happy she has her family. Silent night. Silent night. Oh, holy night. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I don't know, maybe it's just the music and feeling excited about life, and I really do feel happy. I watched this movie called Vanity Fair on Prime Time, I think. It was really well done. And I am so fussy, but it was good. Very good. And it was just kind of dark, and nobody could be trusted, and people had no morals, and rich people were snooty, and poor people were grabbing and conniving and struggling and manipulating and trying to get on the good graces of the rich people, and the rich people were, oh, it was just brutal. And husbands that get killed in war and were unfaithful to their wives, and the wives were holding out, and the true love has done all this good for them. And it was just one horrible thing after another. But I was very much entertained. And at one point, this girl that had been brought up as a ballerina's, opera singer's daughter, and both parents died, and she was raised up in an orphanage and just had to be kind of a slave teacher. And she escaped into high society, went to one of the students' families, and was kicked out, but fell in love with somebody and married them. And he was supposed to inherit money, but he got kicked out because the old lady fell in love with the girl, but then she rejected the girl, and so because they ran around and got eloped, he got disinherited, and it's just a whole list of crap that happened to these people. I've done this whole thing with it in the mode of up and down. Oh no. So there. I did that whole thing up and down. It's gonna be stretched, but who cares, right? It doesn't matter. We'll do it right now. Little beanie. So let me sing some more. Hold on. Anyway, it was really good. Vanity Fair on Prime Time. I think that's what it was. Okay, hold on. This bright, round young virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, the reason I cut my hand is so it takes the sound and puts it in my ear so I can see if I'm singing on note. Here's a little story for you. I used to sing in a studio, and I had headphones, but I couldn't hear myself singing. So I would be off key. So my boyfriend said I couldn't sing. But I could sing, I just couldn't hear myself when I'd have the headphones on. So I learned that you have to hear yourself, or you can't. Usually they feed your voice back into the headset, because he was a dweeb, he didn't feed the head, so I couldn't hear myself, and he said I sang off key. But anyway, okay, back to the song. Holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glorious stream from heaven afar. You know, I was thinking, I always thought that I'd be able to enjoy my sister's children and be around my sister. And it's interesting that the daughter of my sister rejected me from the family because I didn't approve of her lesbian relationship at the time. She's now heterosexual and has a boyfriend, but I also didn't agree with her. But she was drinking at the time, so I don't know. You know, my sister didn't really want me there, I guess. You know, it's sort of like if I had my family and my sister came, maybe it would disrupt things. I don't know. But I need not to worry about it and just say, everybody's families break apart. The guy that I went out on a date with said his wife turned his children away from against him, and he doesn't get to go and see the grandkids or anything. And so I think there's a lot of people that are disconnected, or their families die, or like my parents are dead. I didn't have children. And, but we have a connection to God, and we never have to feel alone. And, is that right? Why are you so hot? Ah, it's hot. You want to come up here and eat your doggy food? Come up here and you eat the doggy food. Here, I can help you. Yeah, there's my baby. Eat your doggy food, and then you get some more treats. Go ahead, Pete. Is that nice? Yeah. So, yeah, and when I'm on a movie set in 2 years, I'm supposed to meet this guy named David, and that he's going to be very wealthy, maybe, the psychic said. She did predict that I would meet this guy named Robert Stephen, and I won't say his last name, but, and you guys saw the video on that. And she did predict that I would meet him, and so she said in a year, but it's happened sooner, so times can oftentimes be a little yeah, so that's kind of new. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere or not, or if it was one date. I do have a date with him on the 26th, which I'm looking forward to. And I didn't really tell you guys about it, but you saw his house, and getting like flushed just thinking about it. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Very hot. Gotta take this off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When you wait this long to get a kiss, oh yeah. But I didn't get carried away, and I didn't my mind says, well, you have to wait until you're in love. You have to wait until you're in a committed and intimate relationship. And am I really ready to be in a committed and intimate relationship? And is this person really right for me? It's like, so, but my psychic said it wouldn't hurt to have sex, but it doesn't say it would help. So, I'm a little confused. Back to the song. The Savior is born. It's just one continuous song into the next. So we got TV dinners. And because when I cook too much food, we get fat. And the TV dinners are inexpensive, so we don't get like burdened down with like a whole bunch of food, and we don't need to eat all that food. And that feasting is kind of like gluttony, and it's kind of promoted all the sins of gluttony and what is it? What is it? Gluttony and materialism and Satan Claus. It's all going to come out. And this weather that happened evidently was by, when the angels play the HARP? Well, manipulated. Yeah, the freeze up in New York, I was seeing it on the thing, and the fountains were frozen and it was cold. The guy had on heated gloves, and so, yeah, it was cold. Oh, you ate your stuff and now you get the treats, is that right? treats? All right, Mama, get it for you. So here's the OOTD today. I have on plaid pants. Can you see? I've got all the lights out because I'm about to go to sleep. Plaid pants, a little tutu, 62, and here's little kitty. Hi, kitten. What do you say, huh? Are you ready to play? Kitty likes to play, don't you? Don't you? And hold on, Beanie. Erica, get you some treats. Oops. Excuse me. Kitty likes to come up here when I cut them, don't you, Kitty? Let's see if you can see this. Come on. We got our old-fashioned lava lamp with it's kind of got a little twist on it with some glitter. Come on, Kitty. Where's my kitty? You gonna come up here with her? Come. And we'll cut Beanie some shoes. Come on, jump. Let's say hi to the people. Jump. Come on. Here he comes. Any minute now. Boop. There he is. Oh yeah. There he is. Yep. Okay. There he goes. Okay. There we go. Oh, he throws it off and then he goes and chases it because Beanie will get really aggressive. So yeah, it was really fun. We were answering on my date at the end of his bed. I wouldn't say his bed, but he invited me to his bedroom. Yeah. And one of the questions was, what's something that the other person doesn't know, unique that the other person doesn't know about you? And so I said, I was a dancer. And he goes, well, where? And I'm here. And I go, no, in LA and Vegas. And his parents loved Vegas. They have Vegas room. You guys saw that. So, God, that was kind of cool, and he didn't seem judgmental about that. Maybe he was emotionally, internally, but it didn't seem like it. Like, and that was nice. You know, interestingly, when I was a dancer, I didn't feel like I was a bad person. I mean, my family just treated me, you know, like I was an actress from New York, from LA, and it wasn't like I went home, I saw my friends, I saw my family, I worked on scripts, and so, I mean, maybe sometimes I felt judged because of that, but not really. I mean, I wasn't in high society. Now, I did, and when I was just dancing, I felt good about myself, you know. So there were other temptations at times, which I've talked about on this channel before, but mostly just 90% of the time, just dancing, and you know, yeah. So, you know, you could what if yourself to death and say, well, what if I'd have done this, and what if I'd have done that, and you know. You also have to look and say the time period you were raised in. What were you listening to on you know, musically? I was listening to Madonna and Like a Virgin, touch for the, I mean, making fun of the Virgin Mary, saying having sex, you know, and all the S&M books, and she was a pole dancer, a peep show dancer, and you know, we were really influenced by the, I want to say, the dark side. All of our music, all of our movies, all of our books, all of our magazines. So, you know, to judge myself and say, well, you know, I was just this deviant person. Well, when you're being mind controlled by everything, and it's your influential time period of your life. 17, 18, I was reading Cosmopolitan magazine. And it was saying, you know, don't have children. You know, a real educated women are happier. They have a career and they're not bogged down by old-fashioned 1950s, you know, get married, have kids. And so I thought I was cool and trendy, just like they were influencing our young people to have, you know, instead of the normal man, woman, they went into crazy town. And, you know,
I've had conversations with other people that were on here that were, when I was doing psychic readings and stuff on, now that was psychic readings on Periscope. I talked to a guy who was with his hang gender, and try to speak in code. I don't know if these things are off topic or not, but I told him, I said, you know, you're not going to be happy when you're an old man, because you're just going to have this, you know, lifestyle, and you're not going to have anything, you know. And he wasn't hearing it. He couldn't hear. I said, I was an older person. I said, not that I was gay, but I said my husband was a transsexual, and they had a game. They had a toy called Changeable Charlie when he was in the hospital as a little tiny boy, and Charlie turned into a woman. So where does he get this idea very, very early on to change? Yeah, so, you know, people can judge, but if they were a little child being exposed to such radical ideas with toys that they're forming a little person's brain, it's easy to judge another person. It's easy to say, oh, this scumbag, this pervert. But were they exposed to what this person was exposed to? You know, I don't think God judges anybody anything. They got their, you know, there's pain and suffering for all of the deviations. Excuse me, I won't talk camera. For all of the deviations of stuff in life, you know, it's like, it's just the way it is. You know, did I suffer for my life? Well, yeah. Am I suffering now? Maybe, I don't know. But I think there's, you know, I also think there's, that's it, Bing. You can eat some kibble, though. Eat some kibble over there. Go eat some kibble. If he eats kibble, I might get some more treats, so that's what I'm gonna go do. And then I gotta go to bed. It's 9:11. So, what was I gonna say? I got distracted. I mean, if I see a person ruining their life, shooting heroin, or doing coke, or their teeth falling out, or they're meth addicts, or they're alcoholics, I judge them. You know, people judge me for being married to a transsexual. I mean, it's like, you marry somebody, you can't always control them. Should I have divorced him instead of doing what I did? Maybe, but we all do the best we can at the time, and we could go, well, I should have done this, we shouldn't should on ourselves. Just say, we did what we did, now what can I do with my life now? And even if my past brings shame to me, it's shame other people are placing on me. I don't have to accept it or agree with it. I can say, that's your trip, that's not mine. You know, I'm still going to do creative, good things. I don't need to worry what you think about me. You didn't walk in my moccasins. You know, you can look at a billionaire and say, oh, you know, look what you did with your life. You've got billions, and you did this, and you didn't walk in their life. You don't know what they face. You don't know the struggles and the pain and the difficulty that they had. You know, so it's, there's a part of me that wants to judge, but there's another part of me that wants to have compassion. Maybe I'm just stupid like that. So a little bit more song, and then let's see. So,
wherever you are, whatever part of the world you're in, whether you celebrate Christmas or not, from our house in the desert to yours wherever you live, close or far across the pond. Well, hold on, Beanie wants a few more. Do you need enough kibble? This is what he does. He needs a couple of pieces to get more. He's ready for. So, oh, my little goodbye. Hold on, it's a little stretched out. One more moment. So, whether you live across the pond, in our backyard, we want to wish you happiness and love. And, you know, we all have these fantasies of what we wanted Christmas to be like. I do remember. Here, hilarious. I was saying goodbye. I do remember being in Santa Fe, sleeping on a cot. I was all bundled up. I had like down comforters and stuff, and it was freezing cold. And we were gonna snow ski. And I remember my mom being upset because my dad was drinking. And her really stressed out, and it was really stressing me out. And teenagers shouldn't have to deal with this, but that's what was going on. I was really stressed out. Or I could also remember times when I would be with my family, but I wanted to be with my crazy boyfriend who had a drug problem. And it's like I wasn't being in the moment. So, you know, you can sit there and think, oh, I remember when I was with my family. Was it that great, or did you just turn it that great into your head? I mean, it was great, and it's great now. That's the weird thing. Is I have my husband of 30 years, my business partner of 25 years. We're gonna have Christmas dinner together, and it's like I've got the dog and the cat. I got a guy I'm gonna go on a second date with. My life's sweet. I've got a head full of dreams to create, and so, and I wanna say, you know. My psychic said that my father was an angel looking out for me, a guardian angel. But I really think that my psychic is the guardian angel. I think she really is a real Christmas gift in my life. And it's just everything. I mean, I have so much. I have my health. I have my freedom because of the White House. Let's not forget the men and women who serve, and that's not easy because they have to go away, and they're away from their family, and they don't get to see their children born, and they have to do really hard jobs that are not a lot of glory sometimes. I mean, sometimes they get honored and stuff, but their lives are very, very difficult. So we have freedom, and you know, just celebrate each Christmas as the miracle that it is. So I want to wish you all, Christ wasn't born, like we said, on this day. He was born on 9/11, and he wasn't sacrificed. That's part of the cabal's legacy, their lies. He had a family and a legacy, and yeah, he wasn't even the race that they said he was. He was something else. It's like the truth is all going to come out. All the 770 Bibles that were hidden are going to come out, and the truth of how they altered everything. But in the meantime, Beanie's happy. I love you. I wish you the happiest day, a full heart, a peaceful heart, full of love. And that's it from Debu Loveland. Love and light from the desert. Did anybody tell you they love you today?